Um, what-
Okay, and we go into the first matchup with Warrior against the Warlock. StrifeCro is the Warlock. If I'm right, he plays Handlock, right? I think I saw a game with Handlock from him.
I think it's handlock.
Yeah, and you see, there's the Handlock, okay.
This
Xixo doesn't have the start you really want, I think.
no, I mean
You
this
want
matchup is actually it's pretty close.
in my opinion, the matchup is favored for the handlock, but
Yep,
when the
I
warrior
think so too.
draws his removal, like have an execute, have a shield slam, have something to
Yep.
trigger it, and the acolyte. The acolyte is really important. The warrior really needs the card draw early to just draw into these cards too.
Yeah, and just to keep up with
Mhm.
the handlock.
Like at turn 4 you just expect a Twilight Drake or a Giant. That is
Yep.
just what is coming, and as the warrior you have to prepare for that.
I mean, that's what handlock is designed to do. It's designed to draw you into that 4-drop. And we see that StrifeCro
Ooh.
already has the Mountain Giant. It's the one you want.
Do you agree with playing Armor Smith now? I was thinking of just armor up so you can shield slam.
I was thinking you should armor smith before he drew the shield block. Cause now if you now you actually can, like, if you
Yeah.
armored twice and then you can
Mhm.
shield block shield slam.
Yeah, that's
But
just.
now you can't actually do it.
It doesn't have to. Yeah, now you need to call Taskmaster then or something to get the one last armor.
Yeah.
But oh, he's doing for it now.
5.
Oh, he has that Spellbreaker. He's happy. We see that he doesn't have the Twilight Drake, but I'm sure that he's
This
really
is always
happy,
the case when I play warrior
Mhm,
against
yeah.
handlock. Like, I draw the spellbreaker.
And then they place the Giant.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then they don't play like Twilight
Yeah.
Drake the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
the
you know if
Giants.
Xixo runs Big Game Hunter? We haven't seen
I
that
have
much Big
no-
Game Hunter, but there is some that run Big Game.
I expect if you don't ban Handlock, you have to play at least something to.
I
Like,
don't.
he even-
I actually didn't.
He even just gave him the first pick Handlock, so I will say that he has some responses to
Yeah.
Handlock at least.
We see that Xixo's Hunter is banned. We know that he has the Freeze Mage, which is quite good against handlock. He also has Shaman. So I mean that might be why.
Okay, yeah, it is a rough turn now for StrifeCro. He doesn't have a good play. Like, he has a low tap, but it's like seems like an okay play. He can tap and play.
Yeah,
Earthring instead.
Lothep seems okay.
Low tap doesn't have really good value against warrior. Yeah, you
No.
deny the.
It's not like
the
some
removal,
matchups where you
no.
actually have to
Yeah.
really keep your Lothep.
Yeah.
But
And also,
I mean, what else can you do?
yeah, you really want a Hellfire, you know, I feel like. If you just had a Hellfire, you could clear the board and make board
Do you
next.
just tap to try to draw into some better stuff?
What can you draw better when you have 3 mana left?
No, but just for next turn.
Yeah.
I mean, you just kind of give up this turn and just say, okay, I'm gonna get 2 draws.
I agree with the low tap. Just get a minion out. Wow, an execute draw, man. That is just.
That's
It
what you
doesn't
want.
look. It's not that good this turn, but you know
No.
that there will be so many.
There will be
many
a lot of targets
yeah.
you want to execute.
Yeah, for sure. And the Spellbreaker, the execute. It seems like Xixo is really
It seems-
drawing into his
Yep,
removal that he needs.
Oh, he's gonna go with Lothep. I would think he would go Sludge Belcher, but
But Sludge Belcher is so bad into a low tap, so I don't think I agree with this.
I
And
mean, you still have like the 2/2 that can trade into afterwards. It gives you still 2 minions on the board after the the Sludge dies.
you really force StrifeCro now to trade into the low tap too.
He kind of knows also that StrifeCro doesn't have any good cards in his hand. So I mean, he didn't have a big minion last turn. So that means you either have a lot of small minions or you have a lot of spells.
I would already say at turn 4 that Xixo know that there was no Twilight Drake. I feel always against the warrior you want to play the Twilight Drake first, in my opinion. But then you can just tap next turn and play the Giant after
Yeah.
that. I totally agreed, by the way, with this turn by making just the taunt Ancient Watcher here, just to have another minion. Like, the warrior wants to keep the execute for the big Giants and to
But
get
it's
maybe
actually
the
really
lethal.
hard for them to get
But
through
how
that big
are you going to
taunt.
deal with this Ancient
Exactly.
Watcher? You can just ignore it for like, it's totally fine
Yeah.
if you just ignore it for a turn because it doesn't do anything.
Warrior is not like one of those decks where it's that great to Shadow Flame your Ancient Watcher. You don't run a lot of small minions that the Ancient Watcher actually is extremely good against. It's not like Zoo where I mean you can't keep your Ancient Watcher alive. It's like that's how you lose. In this matchup it doesn't really matter. You can deal with it when you deal with it. You just need you need to outlast the handlock.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I mean the handlock is probably has most big creatures out of.
Oh, and there's the Twilight Drake. So I think.
Ooh, Spellbreaker's gonna
yeah.
be good. But I mean,
well, like Xixo has his removal. He has almost all his weapons already collected.
yeah,
But
it's kind of
yeah.
bad though, because I mean, you only have the Spellbreaker. But I mean, Warrior has so many big things. The likelihood of drawing into one is pretty big.
Yeah, I agree. What do you do now? I think you just play the Twilight Drake here, right? It's like you can face this. Yeah, I agree. Like it's just one of the last turns that.
What do you faceless here?
Yeah.
You play the Twilight Drake and you kind of cry when this happens.
Well, he still has to get rid of the Twilight Drake. Like it's still a 4-1. He
Yeah,
still has to
'cause,
go
I
with the
mean,
weapon into it.
I guess you play the Fairy War Axe after you play the Spellbreaker.
Yeah, like otherwise you don't kill it at all. And the Ancient Watcher is really doing work, by the way. It was a good move from Strife. Could you just taunt 2 minions?
It's just blocking the way.
Yeah, and you don't want to execute it. Like the
I mean,
execute is just a card that it gives
Yeah,
so
for
much
sure you don't
value.
want to execute it. We actually see a lot of damage in Xixo's hand. It's not like a lot of burst damage, but it's a lot of damage in many turns.
Okay, he's keeping the Spellbreaker. That's interesting. Now he just gives the free trade. He can still do it next. He can still do it next turn.
With the Death Rattle.
Yeah, with the Death Rattle from the weapon.
But I mean, it's still gonna trade into the 3/3.
Yeah, but I think what Xixo thinks, like he needs Cardo too, so he also wants to play his Acolyte. I think, like he can play Spellbreaker with Acolyte.
We see that Molten Giant gets drawn, and that might actually be dropped this turn. There's a big likelihood it's gonna happen, I think.
He maybe wants to wait, like.
But I mean, with this hand, don't you think that the turn 9 Jiraxis is gonna be extremely good? He has 2 taunt minions, he has 1 heal, and then Shadow Flame. It's like this is the dream Jiraxis hand.
He has also double Sinfir, so he can also, if he really wants to play it safe, he can play a Giant and.
Yeah, but it's still only turn 8. I mean, you could be scared. Yeah, you could be scared of the Gromash. I mean,
how do you think about Faceless the Drake now? Like, it seems like Xixo gave an answer that he doesn't have any response to the Drake. We know he has, but do you think like it's not a bad play to just also Faceless the?
No, it's not a bad
Drake.
play, and it seems like what does it seem like when you tap there?
Then I think he will play a Molten Giant just to get into an extra card. Oh, he's healing, so it doesn't seem like it.
No, he must play Molten, right?
He wants to play around Execute, but you know with a weapon that it doesn't make sense at all.
He's playing around Brawl, I think.
Well, we see that he needed to taunt up, otherwise the Grommash was just lethal.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, and there is the Black Knight. Like,
but I mean, I guess you save it. I mean, it's gonna be great at any time in this game. The Black Knight is gonna be insane.
Yeah, but
I mean, the Spellbreaker doesn't have that much value.
Yeah, and he has to play the Acolyte to just get into other cards. But it's a really big draw, man. Xixo really, wow.
Oh my god.
Man, he has so much to like. He needs the damage to finish StrifeCro, but he has all the removal, man.
Yeah.
He has just all the removal.
We do see that the Mortal Coil is gonna get a lot of value here. Actually clearing the totem so you can clear the Spellbreaker. That Mortal Coil is actually almost MVP.
Yeah. Now I think of it.
Like, how could you clear all this stuff? Like, you could Shadow Flame, but that's about it.
Yeah, he draws into Hellfire now. It's interesting. Like, you can Hellfire, play your Giant.
But I mean, still, that doesn't seem that good. It brings you down to 8. I guess you have Jiraxis, so it doesn't matter that much.
You don't want it. Like, you're also scared of Ragnaros. Like, if Xixo has the Ragnaros, then
that's true.
It's just almost a 50-50 that you lose the game.
But it seems like the Molten Giant is coming out this turn.
Yeah. Like,
and it is gonna get taunted, for sure. I mean,
taunt is not needed.
It's on 9 HP. I mean, 9. The warrior's on 9 mana.
I would think of facelessing the Molten Giant.
You think?
Here.
That's so weak to Brawl.
Yeah.
But we are gonna see it getting taunted.
He taunts it up.
That Black Knight.
Man, it's so painful to see all these big things coming into the board from StrifeCro and all the answers.
He has 2 executes and doesn't. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Oh
well,
my god.
he can just kill. Yeah, you're not gonna Black Knight probably the Ancient Watcher, but man,
What the hell?
if Xixo gonna lose this game and he has all the removal, yeah, he doesn't have
Does
the
he?
wing.
Oh,
What is StrifeCro thinking now, like, guy? And he didn't even saw the executes yet.
I
It's
don't
just
really like. I don't really like that Black Knight use though.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He has. Yeah,
Look at the Hellfire value though.
the Hellfire value is actually really big, but you get really low on HP.
How
you will
scared are
be on.
you? That's the question.
Well, you shall be scared after seeing all these cards and getting rid so easily with them.
Yeah. And the thing is that all those 4 cards that are in Xixo's hand has been kept for a long time. Maybe not the last execute, but the other 3 has been in the hand for a long time. And if StrifeCro's
Especially the Fire Warwicks, because we
and the first execute.
And the first execute.
It's been there for at least 5 or 6 turns. If StrifeCro is keeping track, I don't think he would think it's a Fire Warwicks and an execute. The Grommash is way more likely.
Yeah.
What do you even do here? I think I would
Yeah.
Hellfire heal.
You have to. Like, the Hellfire seems the best response to clear the board. He's not going for the
Well,
Hellfire at all.
Shadow Flame,
And then Soulfire.
Soulfire. But what if you discard the Jiraxis?
He's going for the Mountain Giant now.
What if you discard the Jiraxis though?
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
That's insanely
Yeah.
bad. But I guess the
it's-
odds are okay. What did he discard? Faceless. That's not great either. I guess that's the
No,
second
but-
worst.
Yeah, I think the. Well, yeah. It's situational. I think the Owl is a card that you can really discard against.
Yeah, the Owl is. I mean, against like if he draws Sylvanas, the Owl is actually really good.
Do you? It seems a bit weak to actually use your Wildwind for the execute. You can attack with Fireworks into
You're
the
at,
Giant.
you're at
Yeah.
so much life. It doesn't even matter what you do.
Yeah. You can take these damage
Yep.
with Fireworks.
He's in such a good position here.
Yeah, and still have another execute left, man.
It's like now the Jiraxis doesn't even seem that good, to be honest.
Yeah, but all the other 3 cards are not really helpful either. Like Siphoning Soul, it is an
That's
option.
actually not bad.
Yeah, but you know that there is an Ragnaros, you know there is an Alex, you know there is a Grom. There's so
Yeah.
many big charges you want to silence in.
Oh, he plays the
Yeah,
Jiraxis.
I agree with this play by just putting it out. You don't need to kill the Belcher already. You can just use your hero
He
power.
he does have 6 heal in his hand.
What is a bit scary for StrifeCro is that he used already 2 of his Sunfuries. He used 1 August.
Yep.
Are there towns left if the Grom comes out? That's the question. He has the Wildwind in the hand, so
Yep.
does he have a response to that? I think you go
So-
for the Siphoning Soul
Do
maybe
you
now.
owl? I guess you don't owl first because you have the weapon now. Oh,
Ooh, that's
he
not
gets
that,
his last taunt.
yeah, it gets his
That's
last-
actually pretty insane. I mean, he has 2 Sludge Belchers left, but that Argus is gonna get serious value. But we have the Brawl as well.
You want to hero power every turn on like 2 mana, 6/6. It's just
That is just,
that is
like-
what he's gonna do for
Oh
sure.
my god.
Then he can even owl and
if he
Siphoning Soul.
owls, I don't like owl here because you have the weapon. It's like, no, I don't like this.
What is the value that you can get from an owl against the warrior? It's,
mean,
maybe the Belcher is the best
Sylvanas
creature.
is like, I guess,
Yeah, he's playing it the safe way. I can agree with that.
but I mean,
Xixo just
you're,
has
you're
the
not
brawl now
gonna
in
kill.
hand
You're
too,
not gonna
like,
kill him. So, like,
ooh, are you going for that? You just saw the
why
Siphoning
why
Soul
did you
used.
owl? Why did you
Yeah,
owl?
you
now?
are true, man.
Why
are
did you
true.
owl?
Why did you Siphoning Soul too?
Well, I mean, the Siphon Soul
Yeah.
was okay. I agree with the Siphon Soul. I don't agree with the Owl, and this is why. I mean, if he top decks, like, even Sylvanas would be bad. Not as bad as Ysera, because we see that there's no answer to Ysera.
Yeah, and like Xixo just saw the Siphoning Soul used on a Belcher. Like,
Yeah.
he can maybe expect
Maybe the second one.
because it's.
I guess that's the only reason he doesn't, like, insta-drop Ysera.
But there is no way he's not going for the Ysera list. If you don't go for the Ysera, what?
It's like, you could Whirlwind execute, but
yeah,
I mean...
but you have also the Braum, and he
You
draws
just
it
know
all
you
the-
just know that there's another 6/6 coming for 2 mana.
Yeah.
So why not just play the Ysera? He might be
What?
Oh, he's gonna execute then Ysera.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
okay. I even like that better, to be honest.
that seems fine.
Ooh, that's the worst one.
There is, yeah, not what you were hoping for, especially in this matchup. Oh!
Oh my.
Wow.
Well, he knew that he was gonna draw it. That's why. That's why, Owl.
Man, this game is all the removals, man.
Oh
It's,
my
it's
God.
so big, man. It's just like if he
Just
didn't.
look at Xixo's face.
Xixo's like, wow, did you really draw that, man? Why are you doing that to me?
And I mean, not even Grom is lethal. Alex Straza.
Yeah,
They're both at 15. They're
Well,
at exactly 15 and he draws Alex Straza. Oh my god.
wow.
That's actually insane.
Yeah, but are you gonna use it? Well,
This is the first time this has ever happened.
yeah,
I mean,
but like,
I think you use it.
yeah, why not? I mean,
I like
like
this.
playing a loving sister into a 6/6. It's not that good, and
I really like this.
yeah, that's still like you saw 2 Siving Souls used, so.
Yep.
Oh, he plays double all in.
It's
Oh yeah, of course,
well,
yeah.
I mean, everyone plays double.
Yeah,
all, right?
everyone plays double all, especially with the next Ramas now.
I mean, he heard me saying like why you play the owl, and then he draws into Siphon Soul, then another owl.
2/6/6 on the board. You have to tone it up. You saw Black Knight already. It's totally the right
Oof.
play.
Ugh.
Yeah, I totally agree with this.
Yeah, you have to, of course.
And like, the Brawl is not that good. There's a 50-50 chance that there will be a 7/7 still on the
Yep.
board. You can go with a Laughing Sister too.
I think you have to brawl though.
Faceless.
I guess Faceless, does it even save you from dying? No, it doesn't. Faceless doesn't save you from dying.
Yeah, he has to Brawl. And Alex Tesla doesn't live. So one of the... Oh, wow.
How did you know Alex Straza doesn't live?
You saw that he couldn't attack with it anymore. Like when he played the Brawl. Yeah, sorry man, it's spoiler, you know. And wow, this is such a weird game, man. Like, we saw the starting end from StrifeCro and we saw all the removal in his hand. He had all the answers early. He goes with the Shaman into the handlock. What is really interesting for me is like Shaman was always like #1 counter for most of the handlock. Maybe not with when the Hunter came so popular. But it seems like it's a really hard matchup now with the Belchers. With the
Belchers actually help a lot.
I feel like this matchup is and also Jiraxis is a card that is hard for the Shaman to deal with. They can have the burst to deal 15 damage, but it's still hard.
Like when you think about it now, like why did Jiraxis ever leave the meta? It's so good against everything.
Yeah, you don't have the time to play it. Like maybe all the combos, but yeah.
Was the meta that aggressive 3 months ago, 4 months ago?
Was.
No. Like Hunter is still really fucking aggressive.
Oh, and we see the Twilight Drake in the starting end, but yeah, Xixo has again the right answer. But
you don't even play Twilight Drake.
Yeah.
It's like the tempo swing when you get to Earth Shock.
Oh, wow, do you like this? He coins out the hero power.
I mean, he has the Flame Tongue Totem, so he's thinking that he wants to deal with the first Mountain Giant with the board.
With the board, yeah.
But,
I like this play. Like I do this too against Shamans, but just play your Sun Free turn 2.
Oh.
It's just that kills all the totems right away, and if they use a removal like a Rock Biter, you are not that scared anymore for a Gracie Doomhammer combo with like. I think Strife was really happy with this, and if he gets a 4/9,
he does. I mean, he does have the Twilight Drake as well, which is kind of the card like in any other matchup except Shaman. Like when you play a turn 2 anything, like you play it because you have Twilight Drake, which you can still drop on turn 4, and it's still like a 4/7. It's not like a Mountain Giant, which you cannot play if you play anything else. It's still gonna be a really strong minion, but against Shaman with Earthshock, it's just like almost unplayable.
But you still play it, right? It's.
I mean, there's only 2 Earthshocks in every deck. The chance is pretty low.
Oh, but yes. Yeah, this is just an Earthshock, and also just play your
Feral
Spirits. Totally agree with this play.
It does leave you with only 3 mana next turn.
Yeah, but I still think that's fine. You have the Flame Totem if he plays
you're not that unhappy if he
No.
uses like a Hellfire. You're actually pretty happy. He draws the Mountain Giant.
Yeah, a bit sad now. 8 mana.
It's always like that though. Like you have to choose a path which to go out on.
Low tap is good now.
And I mean,
but Xixo has a good response with the
Xixo
Flame
plays
Totem.
Lava
Like,
Burst. That's pretty good against Handlock.
yeah, that's a really good card against Handlock.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally agree with just trading it away. And Flame Totem is a card that is really helpful in this matchup. It just
It's
buffs your
extremely
totem,
good in
yeah.
this matchup. And I mean, we just saw, like, we've seen one Soulfire. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good card.
It can really help you. And
No,
no,
you
he's
don't,
not gonna play
no,
Argus.
you don't play the Argus.
No.
I would play the Sun Fury. I mean, the Ancient Watcher.
I think he wants to Ancient Watcher with Shadow Flame, just to use it as a combo to get
I
rid
guess.
of the board.
I mean, I guess. The only problem is, wouldn't you want a Mountain Giant? I guess you can wait with the Mountain Giant, though. It's not like you have to play it. I guess you
No.
just Ancient Watcher, Shadow Flame this turn.
you will yeah, there will be 2 1/1s. You can kill one with a Mortal
Yeah, you have a
Call,
Mortal
but-
Coil as well, so it's a one.
Mhm.
Like, this board is really threatening.
Yeah, the Flame Totem, that's the card that is really threatening.
Yeah, and the Shaman only has 4 cards in hand, so you're not, like, extremely sad. The only
Yeah.
problem is, I guess your Mountain Giant is gonna be 7 mana next turn. It kind of. Ooh.
It's good for next
That's
turn.
a good draw.
It's next turn, next
That's
turn.
a good draw.
It just also cycles a bit in your deck, what's always good.
We do see that there's
Oh, wow.
another Flame Tongue Totem as
Yeah,
well.
also really good draw with just drawing the Unbound, just
Yep.
to buff it a bit up. And he has a lot of damage also with the Lava Burst, with the Flame Eye.
It might
It's
actually
like,
be
yeah,
lethal.
like, I think it is. Like, you also buff the the
With
Unbound for 1
the
more.
Blood Mage as well.
Yeah.
Well,
he doesn't
I
have
guess
the
you
mana
can't
for
play the
that.
mana,
No,
yeah.
he has 6 mana.
So
next
he's 1
turn.
mana off. So let's see how much damage is that.
Yeah, but 4 for
It's
the
gonna
Unbound.
clear the 1/1. So it's 4, 8, 11. So he's actually 1 damage off.
Oh, I think it is like he has 4 for, you could stack the Unbound is 4, 5,
Ah,
7,
it's actually
9.
exact lethal.
Yeah, it's
Because
it
you
is
get
even
one
more.
more.
It's 18.
Oh, it is?
It's 18 because
8,
you buff
12.
the Unbound with the Lava Burst first, and then you have 1 more attack with
No,
the
but the
Unbound.
1/1 is gonna get killed.
Oh yeah, yeah. If
So
you
it's
look to
17.
StrifeCro's hand, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
17. Because I mean, I can't see anything but Mortal Coil, Mountain Giant.
If he wants to play it really carefully, he can Scything Soul the Unbound, but
I guess that is okay as well.
you know
But
can.
you Mortal Coil first. If you draw
Yeah.
something like maybe,
Yeah.
I guess
Hellfire doesn't really help. It still leaves the
It
Unbound
kills
on the
2
board.
minions.
Yeah, but you deal yourself 3 damage and you clear 4 damage from the board. It's
But we see that
still-
Xixo wins this game
Yeah.
as long as he sees it. But I mean,
yeah,
it's pretty.
Yeah, with the Shaman you always
It's like
see
you
that,
always count
yeah.
it. It's exactly
like
here.
you know that this can happen, but it's so hard to play around these bursty combos, especially from the Shaman.
Yep.
And when you see he has 3 cards in the hand, it's
I
oh.
didn't expect this though.
and there is the Druid. Yeah.
But I mean, StrifeCro is the Druid
Yeah,
master.
he just wants a Druid probably in the game. Like, Druid is a deck that can just give you the win. And we saw in this tournament already that the Druid is really powerful. So
And I mean, it's not like I was actually looking at the decks, and I mean, Xixo has Freeze Mage, but StrifeCro has Warrior, so it's not like he needs Druid to beat he beats Freeze Mage. But I mean,
yeah, you mulligan everything away, right? You
I
mulligan
would
for your
still pick
Unbounds.
Priest,
Feral.
but I mean, I guess I
Yeah.
have to let it go.
Maybe he
I have
just
to let
doesn't
it
feel
go.
comfortable with. Oh, really bad starting
Oh,
hand. Wow.
Shoot.
Wow.
Wow.
And even a Druid of the Claw, man, that's a really rough starting hand. Like, you always want the Wild Growth. You're looking for interface.
If it gets the Wild Growth now, it's
Yeah.
not terrible.
Yeah, but no.
Oh, that's like, oof.
Ooh. Xixo has not a well. Xixo has a good curve with just Creeper.
You see Xixo kind of smirking when he doesn't see
yeah.
the Wild Growth.
But that's always like, oh, does he have it? Does he have it? No, yeah.
I thought StrifeCro, the Druid Master, would have mastered the drawing into it by now, but
Yeah.
I guess that's
and
the
also
nature of the
Karen,
game.
Like, Karen is so bad against Shaman. It's just a target for the.
Oh, it's like-
Yeah. Can you get a
How often do you hero power 3 times in a row as Druid?
It's 2 times now, but it's most likely gonna happen next turn
like
either. And
he has one more draw.
what can he draw? Like what is like maybe draw a second lore, and then it's like the worst lore you can ever have.
You could
man.
draw like, oh, I guess
At least to play.
Shade isn't the
Wow.
worst.
It looks like a top deck almost, but could he even draw into something that was so expensive?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there are a lot of cards left that
Yeah.
are set like
Man.
5+, so it was a possibility. I guess now you start actually getting back into the game. You have a lot of big minions. Can they actually do the work? That is the question.
I think a Spectral Knight is a really good play. Now, like, the only
Yep.
really good response to the Spectral Knight for Shaman is the Flame Totem.
Yep, and he doesn't
And-
have it.
and
I
he
mean, he
doesn't
does
have
have the Lightning Storm, which is also another way to deal with it. But
Yeah, that's true, but I expect to clear also from the Shade. Like, against the Shaman, I think
you
just
you
keeping
kind of have to
control-
start
Yeah.
clearing.
I think you really want to trade, and especially when you play the Spectral. Otherwise, it's all what you said already. The Lightning Storm can be really powerful.
Yep. And I mean, there's already Spell Power Totem.
Yeah, so it's only more scary.
Like, if you drop Spectral Knight here, if you drop anything,
I don't see a reason why you would go with the Druid of the Claw over the Spectral Knight. It gives a taunt, but the taunt is not really needed yet. Yeah,
No.
I totally agree with this play.
but I think ooh, that is so greedy.
Yeah, I don't like that actually. Like, the Lightning Storm is so good now.
It's extremely good
Yeah,
now.
it just kills the Shades and...
It's like 100%
yeah.
on the Shade
Mhm.
because of the Spell Power Totem.
And if he has
And
just
if
a
he
good
rolls
draw,
high
yeah.
on the Spectral Knight, you just trade off a wolf and you're like,
Yeah,
GG, easy. Basically.
yeah, basically it's that way, yeah. I
I
think
mean-
you were like, it's a bit rough. You want a Lightning Storm, but then you are left with 2 mana. Like, you can totem up, but you have the Spell Totem
Yeah,
already.
there's actually nothing else you
Nah.
can do.
But yeah, the Storm is just too good now.
It's kind of sad if you. Oh.
Yeah, that's a bit painful. Then he has to trade with it. It's a bit weak to swipe now, this
It's
board.
very weak to swipe.
Well, it does actually, the board isn't really scary for StrifeCro. It's 4 damage. Is he really scared for this board? He's
I
still
mean,
at 23
the
lives.
the thing about Shaman though, Flame Tongue can come at any time. The more minions they have, it's almost scarier. Like, if you play against a Shaman and they have 4 totems, aren't you scared?
I will be scared, yeah.
Exactly.
I will be really scared.
And now he has basically 4 totems and a 1/1, but the taunt totem is 2/3 instead of kind
Yeah.
of, if you get what I mean. It's like, this board is extremely scary. The Shaman just has so, I mean, that's the thing about Shaman, like, I don't think any class has better class cards than Shaman. It's just hard to actually like get him into
Yeah.
a deck that is good against a lot of classes. But it's like basically balanced against everything.
Yeah, Shaman does have really bad matchups.
But when you get board control, Shaman just shines. I mean,
Yeah.
it basically never loses.
No, but like sometimes the Shaman has really problems to get back if the
If it's behind.
Yeah, if it's behind.
Because of the overload, like, you lose a lot of tempo if you have to start dealing with creatures. But in this case, you already have the board when you start dealing with creatures, then it doesn't really matter.
He going for
It
the
kinda-
Druid of the Claw. Interesting that he goes with the Druid of
I
the
would
Claw
go with
after
the
the
Karen.
He goes into the charts. Okay, that
But
makes some
if you're gonna
sense.
do this, why didn't you just
So,
kill
yeah,
off
the
with the
last
Shade
turn.
last turn?
Yeah.
It doesn't
That's a
really
good
make
question.
sense. Double Lava Burst.
Wow, that bursty Dagman. If you see double Lava Burst, I expected double Doom Hammer too. We didn't saw a Doom Hammer yet, but
Do
I
you
really
just
expected.
coin Azure Drake and kill off the 4/2 with your 1/1s? Or do you play Gnomish coin Lightning Bolt?
Yeah. Yes, so I'm already thinking of how much burst can he deal next turn. Like, he has
I kinda like keeping the Lightning Bolt,
Yeah.
just because you have so much burst.
12. Like,
He's
from
thinking,
2
he's
lava
looking at
bursts-
it.
12 Lava Burst is 12. With the Lightning Bolt,
12.
it's 16 already.
16.
That's not really...
It's 20 damage.
Yeah.
With if the Azure Drake stays alive.
I think you want to go with the Azure Drake.
The thing is, if he went Azure Drake and not traded with the 4/2,
Earthshock can be really helpful. Just to get also rid of Belchers or other towns that...
But why would you go with the Gnomish if you're not gonna coin Lightning Bolt?
To trade off your 1/1s to get to
Yeah, but
play
why,
around
wouldn't
Swipe.
it be better to...
Ooh, he's silencing.
He's really values his burst.
Wow. But he probably really knows what StrifeCro's playing. Like, if you know he's not playing cards like Ancient of War, you can just use your Earthshock that way and Belchers. We see no hacks, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He's running the double combo druid. I'm pretty sure
StrifeCro is known for the deck. And
StrifeCro runs 2 Sunfury Protectors.
no, he plays with creepers now.
Oh,
that was the
now.
thing that he was talking about yesterday, and he said like, yeah, he was thinking of that, but he went back to his alt strategy and put the Haunted Creeper. It also makes the Hunter matchup
A lot
maybe
worse.
yeah. Ooh,
But he's
Lord.
banning Hunter, so you don't need to worry about
Yeah,
Hunter.
but that is what I'm wondering. Yesterday, StrifeCro was coming here with a banning Warlock strategy, and today he's banning Hunter. So it's really interesting. But there's the Doomhammer.
Is
How
it
much?
lethal?
12, 16, 17,
No.
18.
Oh, it would have been lethal if you played the Azure Drake. Because of the spell power totem.
Oh,
We didn't see that.
wow.
We didn't see that.
Yeah, we saw that it was already so much damage, but the
Yeah,
Azure
but
Drake will
I
give a
didn't
spell power
calculate in
to
that it
him.
was
Yeah.
one more spell power. It would have been lethal.
Now he's... Yeah, it's now... Wow. Yeah, you still go for it, I think.
How much damage do you have now? Now you had 16, 18, 19,
what's
12.
one
Oh, you're
damage
1
off?
damage
One
off.
damage off, Leaf.
Oh, that 5 damage lightning bolt.
Yeah, but what can StrifeCro do against it, man? He really needs a swipe into a swipe to get rid of everything off the board, and then he can just start making... And then
I
he
mean,
can start
even
playing
just
his own
one
minions.
swipe would be good. But he still doesn't have it.
We see the burst in the Shaman End again.
Yeah, but you
and,
can't really expect it. That's the problem. I mean, I'm sure StrifeCro knows he's running. Like, this seems like Chalky's deck, and I know Xixo and Chalky are friends. So, I mean, this seems like the Chalky double
Version,
Lava Burst,
yeah.
double Doomhammer deck from BlizzCon.
That burst of Shaman is doing work, man. Also, Savage is
Yeah,
like
sometimes.
8-0 with it, man. It's really doing his work. Okay, he goes with the combo now. Yeah. You kill...
It almost clears the board. It leaves a 1-1 and a 0-2 totem.
It will be 2 1/1s left. He kills I think he kills the spell damage totem maybe
12.
over.
It's not lethal yet, so.
No, now he's out of lethal range. Oh wow. Oh, this
6, 12.
10, 30, 40, 15.
It would have
2
been
damage
lethal.
off.
It would have been lethal if you cleared a 1-1.
Yeah.
Oh man. StrifeCro, you're too good. It's not gonna help you, but man.
I think you would just play the Azure Drake to just get a spell damage
You
on the
think so?
board and to get all these bursts.
If you
next
play
turn.
Doomhammer, can you do...
Yeah, he goes with
Oh
it.
my
Like,
god.
I will. And draw the spell damage totem and. Oh no.
Look at this swipe value.
Yeah, man, StrifeCro wants
It's
swipe
so
every
greedy
turn.
to swipe,
Yeah.
though.
He needs to swipe every turn, man.
Oh my god, he doesn't get it.
No.
It's kind of sad how weak that was to swipe.
And yeah, now
And
it's.
it doesn't get punished. Like, I think Doomhammer would have been a lot better, to be honest.
Yeah. And he still had the mana for the burst, like he will be left with 7 mana the turn
Even
after.
Fire Elemental would have been better, I think. It's actually Fire Elemental would have been exactly the same as Azure Drake.
Yeah, but because
You get 3 damage,
yeah.
and the Azure Drake does 3 extra damage.
With the spell power, but it's so weak.
It
to
doesn't
swipe.
allow you to get a totem, but it doesn't die to swipe.
Yeah, and I think he's dead now. Like StrifeCro has no outs. He
Yeah,
can
StrifeCro is dead.
like.
He has no way of
Scenarios-
killing the Azure Drake.
No, and the scenarios is it
I
will
mean, the
just die.
scenarios is gonna prevent the board, but I mean, you have 16 damage in hand just from bursts.
Yeah, it's just over this game.
So we're gonna see Xixo is gonna go up in a 2-1 lead with Shaman taking 2 games in a row.
Wow, shame in this tournament, man. It's the
insane.
MVP deck.
Like I think it was like at 70% win rate or maybe even more before today started, and then
Today we saw
Savitz
that,
went
yeah.
3-0.
Yeah, today there were some shamans that were losing some games too, but overall it still has the best win rate,
Yep.
I think.
I think so too.
And yeah, there we see they're lethal with all the all the spell damage from the lava burst. And
Even the
lightning
5
bolt.
heal didn't save him,
No.
which is insane.
Nah, we saw it already. Like StrifeCro didn't know, but we saw the burst in the hand from.
Go
You
with
have to go
warrior.
with risk, and yeah,
And that is what's gonna happen.
That is what StrifeCro does. It's the right call. Good starting end for Xixo. Like turn 2, turn 3. I think
I
it's
guess
perfect.
that might have been what StrifeCro was thinking. If you go priest, it's just gonna get countered by handlock anyways.
Yeah, and this is a really good starting end for Xixo. You play a turn 2 creeper. It is weak into an armor smith,
Yeah.
but with an unbound and with a feral in the hand, ooh, StrifeCro has a good.
StrifeCro has a good hand.
Yeah, better than the last time with
Yep.
the druid,
Yep.
at least. Oh, he's throwing in the legendaries
He's
now.
lacking.
But
He's lacking the weapons though.
yeah, you really want an early
You
weapon.
really want weapons against Shaman, especially Deathbite. Deathbite is extremely good against
Yeah.
Shaman.
And it's also good for your own minions, like
Yeah,
the
like Acolyte of Pain. I mean, like whirlwind effects are just amazing with warrior
You
cards.
see StrifeCro thinking now, and he's thinking of coining out the Armorsmith. Do you like that against him?
No.
I will save the coin too. You can think of coining out an Acolyte now.
Now you could coin out an Acolyte, but I mean, it's also like it's not great against Shaman.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can have the Earth Shock.
Earth Shock, Lightning Bolt, Rockbiter.
Lightning Bolt is Lightning Bolt and Rock
Lightning
are
Bolt
okay.
is not the worst. Rockbiter is kind of meh. Do you greed here? It seems really bad to play the Unbound.
It's
But
so
it would
weak,
get
yeah.
so much value. We
Yeah.
see it, but I mean, I don't think you can.
No.
When he still has the coin and could coin a Deathbite, you just can't play it.
Yeah, but your next turn is a bit weak now. You have all the three. You have only 3 mana cards, and you have 2 mana next turn. You
Yeah,
can only hero
so it's
power.
gonna only be a totem.
Like a flame totem would really work out now if he draws that.
I guess you just play Acolyte, right?
Yeah, it's not worth
It's
to
still-
shield
I mean,
block yeah, and it's still
pretty good
okay.
against the board.
Yeah, it still gets 2 cards, and
Yep.
like even if you get a bit behind on board, Warrior has good
But
ways
it's not
to
like he
get
has
back.
any other options.
No. Okay, not attacking.
Ooh, that's actually a great draw.
Yeah, you can trade with the Acolyte now.
Now
and
you
give
just
him
give
only
the
one
Acolyte
draw.
one.
But you trade first into the Armor Smith with your Feral Spirits to.
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't go
no.
for it.
So, I don't know. Now you give the Warrior an extra card draw.
Maybe he just values the Rockbiter since he
Yeah.
plays if he plays 2 Doomhammers.
The Rockbiter is a really good win condition in
It
this
is. It is.
deck. Another Acolyte. You can go for it. Next turn you have to coin Black Knight if you really want. But it's not that good on a 2/2
I mean, I guess you
spirit.
just run in your Acolyte first, though. Just
yeah,
get
to
the
get
card
the
draw.
card draw. That's yeah. What do you want to draw?
It's like
from it?
Sludge Belcher.
Brawl's always good.
Brawl
is
is
just
great.
like not on this board yet, but
I
against
mean,
the
what is Xixo gonna do next turn? He's gonna probably Hero Power. Might even play the Unbound if he's a bit greedy. And then Brawl is just gonna punish.
He has 5 mana next turn. You would expect an Ezra Drake or a Namish, like that will be a good way to get
Yep.
a card draw out of
Yeah.
it. Play with a board like this already.
Yep. The question is, do you shield block here? It seems kind of bad if you're not gonna shield
No,
slam. So I guess you just play the Acolyte,
Yeah.
right?
The Acolyte, he has already so many minions that are left with 1 HP, so
Yep.
the minions are weak, and this is the point that you get value from your Acolyte, so
I think we're gonna see Unbound Lightning Bolt.
yeah. This seems like the best play. You trade with the Spider, or
And then
you
just
trade
trades with the
Totem.
1/1, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine too.
It's a
Like,
bit better against Brawl.
Yeah, you don't get that greedy now.
But I'm... Oh,
The Fire Warx, he has a...
Fairy War Axe is good.
I
You
think-
can actually... You can...
Oh, and another rep. Now they are
Ooh.
coming.
You can shield block, shield slam, coin Fairy War Axe. That seems pretty good.
You can also coin out the Black Knight still. For a 2/2 totem.
For a 2/2, but that still
Yeah.
leaves the 3/5.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I
that
think you
can-
want to kill the 3/5 now.
We know that he has the second Feral Spirits. If you don't kill the 3/5, he might be really greedy just to get 1 more health on it.
He can go greedy. He has the brawl in hand, so it is fine. But I think you want to kill it. Also, the spider is a bit annoying maybe for the brawl now. Like, okay, he's going for the weapon.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
going for the play I mentioned first.
Yeah,
I like this the best.
I like it too. It just clears the board and
The brawl is always gonna get value
Yeah.
against Shaman. So I mean,
you go with the feral spirits now. Just to
we
clear
see
the
that
board again.
Xixo's hand is actually extremely terrible right now.
Yeah, the feral spirits is good in this hand, but the rest, like, he has only removal spells in the.
And now we're
and
gonna see the
damage,
brawl.
Yeah, well, he can still go with
He
the
can
Black
still
Knight.
go Black Knight. Black Knight is okay.
Black Knight, trade with the other totem.
But
it is
5
fine.
minions on board is kind of insane.
Yeah, but
I mean, how
if you-
much brawl value are you looking for?
Yeah, but if he brawls now, there will still be a feral spirit alive, most likely, and there will be 2 1/1s again. So, still not that it clears everything.
No,
But-
that's true. I guess it would have been a bit better on 7 mana so you could Cruel Taskmaster one of the 1/1s.
Yeah. But yeah,
So he's going with your play, just
the
playing the
Black
Black Knight.
it is probably like he can have the Alakir in his deck. We didn't saw it, and the Burst Shaman is not running Alakir.
Nope.
Like, no. So I think
Well,
it,
some
it
burst
is-
shamans are like we saw Freaky on the first day running some really weird burst shaman with like everything.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Oh,
the
that's
sick,
a really good draw, by the
yeah, that's
way.
a good draw. The what's he called?
The
The guy that played him burst Chalky. The
Chalky,
Chalky
yeah.
one is not running Alakir.
And also Savage, what played the version of Chucky is not playing Alakir
No.
either.
We might see a Cruel Taskmaster here on the 2/1. Maybe even a Cruel Taskmaster on the 5/5.
Yeah, Deathbite seems a bit weak now. I don't think you go with a Deathbite here.
No. What's that card? Oh,
Oh,
Lothar.
it loads it by itself.
So you just
That's
kill the
still
totem.
fine.
That
Yeah.
means
Yeah.
that's fine.
Hmm.
I mean,
Oh,
ooh,
that's a good draw again. Like, he had all the spells in hand.
that's
and
a great
Yeah.
draw.
now he can really push for damage. Like, and we see that he has the
I
right
think he will go face.
Yeah, you go face here, I think.
And he might actually have the kill next turn.
Yeah.
Because look at StrifeCro's hand. He has no
6.
answers.
He just deals 10 damage. Like, he can put StrifeCro at 10 HP now, and
And he has
Wow.
at least 13 damage in hand.
that drew him a drama, and that was what he needed.
That's insane.
And now
StrifeCro really needs a shield
Yeah.
block or a taunt.
he's really there's really a time clock now on the board for StrifeCro. Oh,
I
the
guess
armor
that's
strength.
fine. That's fine.
He can really he can trade now.
So you trade with the 4/5 into the
Low tap.
low tap, then kill off the 1/2, and then whirlwind.
yeah.
You get so much
Whirlwind
armor.
first before you trade with Black Knight, so you
Yeah,
get
so you
one
get one
armor
more armor. That's
it's
true.
really important now with the Doom Hammer out.
Yep. I mean, I guess StrifeCro has to see this, right?
Yeah, well, if you see the Doom Hammer, you didn't saw Rock Bite, you
Yep.
have to play around it.
What's
Oh, he's even gonna playing his other Cruel Taskmaster.
so he
I think.
doesn't kill off the. Then he just
He's not gonna wow it, maybe.
no, he is gonna whirlwind.
Yeah.
But just it keeps the 4/5 alive.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a really good play.
Yep.
He has to attack with yeah.
So he attacks with the Cruel Taskmaster. And then whirlwind. So he even gets even more value off the whirlwind.
And do you kill the? It's a bad trade, man, to clear the heal totem too with your.
Nah, I don't think you
yeah.
do. I don't think you're that worried about the
Yeah.
heal totem, to be honest. Oh, silence. That's not a good draw.
I think you wanna play the lightning storm now, or
Yeah, you have to play the lightning
yeah.
storm. But you
You
kind of
wanna
need
ignore
spell power though.
Yeah. Yeah, but you, for some reason, you don't want to play the lightning storm because it gives so much armor. But yeah,
But he's always gonna get armor. That's the.
that was not what he was looking for.
But what can you draw though? I mean, I guess you can draw the second rock biter.
Yeah, or the second Doom Hammer. Oh, he's
Oh,
this is a
okay.
Good, yeah.
This is a good play.
Playing Earthshock, like
And then you
don't
can
give him all the armor. He really wants the high draw now on the
on
Black
the
Knight.
4/3. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't
Ooh,
get it.
He has the high rolls, but on the
Small
yeah.
ones. I guess you can't clear, right? You have to go face.
But then he can clear every turn with like if you don't clear the board now, He can put 9 damage every turn into your face, and yeah, I think he had to, otherwise he could clear the board every turn, and
That feels so bad.
yeah, it feels bad, but I think he didn't have another option.
Oh, and a shield block as well,
Yeah,
just to
but
get that farther out of range.
I think you can.
I
You-
think there's no way you can. Well,
You
double
can use
rock biter.
Sarah.
Double rock biter. That's 18. No, 16.
Yeah, but lightning bolt is
19.
19.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
but-
a good draw as well.
Yeah, but you have to hex.
You have a
this.
hex.
Again, the lightning sister, man. Not the card from the easier.
Again, the laughing sister.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to hex it. There is no way
Yeah,
you.
there's no way you're leaving
Yeah.
it alive. No way.
Oh wow, he
What?
does. He does.
This is
man.
so greedy.
Yeah, but maybe this is only win condition. Like, how can like he's putting him on 12
He's
HP.
still on 12. That's true.
He has the fire
14.
elemental out now. Like, you're not gonna brawl this, right? The
Yeah,
fire
you are.
elemental is just a. If he
Chill.
he needs a removal now. No removal.
I guess you shield block first. Is there any way you're playing Gromash this turn? I don't think
no,
so,
but
right?
there is no way you can kill the fire elemental, and you want to kill the fire elemental.
I guess you have to brawl.
How are you really gonna brawl with your own Ysera on
Well,
the
I
board when
guess
you see
if you
three
don't
totems?
draw anything better off the shield block, I
Yeah.
think you have to.
Just play
I
shield
mean,
block
you
first.
have to put him on a rock biter at this point.
Sylvanas.
Mm. This will be so sad for StrifeCro, cause he's gonna brawl. I mean,
Are you really
I don't
gonna
see
brawl?
him not brawling. Maybe
can-
like maybe he thinks, like he has the hope that he doesn't have rock biter, but there are 3 cards in his hand that he hasn't played.
Man, brawling against 3 totems and a fire elemental.
Yeah,
when you
but
have an
if
Ysera
you
on board,
don't,
yeah.
you're just dead to
he's
rock
probably,
biter.
He's forced to, maybe. I wonder if he's really going for it.
I think so. Oh, StrifeCro.
Yeah, wow. I can agree with this. Oh, not a lot.
Another laughing sister.
Well, I can agree with this play, but yeah,
And the greedy
yeah.
fire elemental really pays
Yeah,
off.
as you saw, he didn't have the response for the fire elemental, so it was Xixo took a big risk, but it probably was his best out for this match to just still take the win and just take the series now and win against
Wow.
StrifeCro.